Have you ever dreamed of staying in an authentic tower, castle, lighthouse, or other historic building on the Emerald Isle? Well, you can, and in this video, we'll show you how to stay in a heritage property in Ireland or Northern Ireland.
We'll also give you a tour of the old mill on the Causeway Coast that we called home for 3 days, so stay tuned.
We first heard of the Irish Landmark Trust from a client of mine, an all-island charity that restores and preserves heritage buildings. They have 33 one-of-a-kind properties throughout the north and south of Ireland.
Since we planned on spending several days along the Causeway Coast of Northern Ireland, we landed on one of the properties in Bushmills, County Antrim, the restored kiln wing of the old corn mill, located right on the River Bush.
Palmer's Mill was built in the 1830s and operated until the 1960s. In 1977, it was added to the list of historic monument buildings. Then it was purchased and restored in 1986 by Sam Huey and his American wife Jan, with the help of consultations and grants from the Irish Landmark Trust. In their words, the Kiln Wing strikes a happy balance between conversion to a contemporary holiday accommodation and a restoration, preserving many of the building's unique elements. The character of the Kiln Wing is warm and cozy, with a side of peace and serenity. With no TV and no Wi-Fi in most properties, although the Kiln Wing was an exception to this, you have a chance to unplug and unwind. Here's our little entryway. So beautiful. And they have skylights in here, which is really nice.
It accommodates 2 people with a king bed, a bathroom with a shower, a full kitchen, and a washer and dryer in separate area of the building. The living room features high ceilings illuminated by skylights and stunning views of the River Bush and across the river, Bonner's Mill.
This is the view out our living room window. We're in the kiln wing of the old corn mill at Bushmills. And it is just lovely. The bedroom has a king-size bed tucked into the end of the room with a small step up on each side and a slightly lowered ceiling above it. Be sure to obey the signs posted. The view from the window and accompanying soothing sound that greets you at the beginning and end of each day is pure heaven. There's also a charming sitting area in front of the strictly decorative fireplace, along with a collection of artwork showcasing the local area. The attention to detail in the authentic decorative elements takes you back in time to the late 1800s.
Natural stone, brick, tile, and wood are all around with touches of wrought iron here and there. Throughout the building and courtyard, you'll see bits and pieces of the past, as in this existing lintel and wood pieces of the original walls. The gated courtyard provides ample parking for your vehicle and contains parts of the old mill itself. These grinding wheels are original to the mill. Also, flowers and plantings in the courtyard added to the old world cottage feel of this place.
The corn mill is in an ideal location, just blocks from the center of the village and a short walk from the visitors center, the local grocery co-op, restaurants, and pubs. In the Bush House one evening, a local man told us that there had been an open house for the community to see the renovations to the building, but sadly, he had to work that weekend and didn't get to go. He remembered what a mess it was inside originally. He was thrilled when I pulled out my phone and showed him the video footage I'd shot in the mill. It made for a great connection with the locals in the community. Steps from your door is the bridge over the River Bush and a tranquil and picturesque view of the village. And just minutes away are all the amazing sights this spectacular area has to offer.
The Irish Landmark Trust's mission is to save, share, and sustain heritage buildings across Ireland. They utilize artisans, builders, and craftspeople, reviving traditional skills that might otherwise be lost. Income from the rentals is used to sustain the restored properties.
The buildings rent for a minimum of 2 nights, and the price varies based on how many people the property accommodates. The Kiln Wing currently rents for £337 for 2 nights, or about $431 at the current time. Our host was just a phone call away and very responsive to any questions we had. We plan to stay in another Irish Landmark Trust property on our next visit to Ireland. It was an amazing and unforgettable experience.
If you'd like to have your own experience with a bit of Irish history, there's a link to their website in our notes below.
And if you'd like something historic but a bit more luxurious, check out this video on our stay at Markree Castle in County Sligo.
Next week, we'll head back to Dublin to wrap up our 11-day road trip and share some of our favorite experiences on this trip.
See you next week.